Hi guys, it's an absolutely beautiful day out today and I'm in Old Town Souk, and I thought that today I would do a video that I've been planning actually for a really long time. I've been meaning to do this as a blog, a written blog, back when I was writing that, but for some reason I never got around to it, and I think it'll be even better as a video. So my idea is to show you the odd and strange things that we have here in Souk. Some of them are just things that I've noticed walking by, and some of them are things that I've heard about. And I'll try to give you a little bit of background on the ones that I know the background. Some still remain a mystery to me, so if any of my watchers know what they're all about, then let me know. I would be interested to hear some background for the ones that I have no idea why they're here. But let's start our tour. The first one is right around the corner here. I decided to do this video today. It's a work day, it's lunchtime, so hopefully there will be only a few people out, so I can keep all of my social distancing and everything in check. And this old town is just beautiful. I love the old buildings, so pretty. So just bear with me for a second and we will be at the first odd or curious thing. Okay, so here we are. And the first thing I wanted to show you is this statue right here. Legend has it that it is about a woman who always during the carnival season, when there were parties and people out drinking, she would come, and at the end of the night she would come and pick up her husband and carry her drunk husband home in her little basket that she has on her back. And I just think that's the funniest, that's like the funniest statue to have. I mean, props to her if she came to pick up her drunk husband and carried him home every time he was out partying and drinking during the carnival season. That's a dedicated wife right there. And I'm glad that they put a statue up for her. I just think that's like I don't know, it's just so funny. You can see like the guy there in his little carnival outfit and he's still partying on, and the woman is there kind of depressed looking, but anyway, she's there carrying him home. So yeah, that was the first odd thing. I just think it suits this country so well. I don't know why. The carnival season is really big here. Hold on, a car is coming. Okay, had to get away from that noise. So yeah, so the carnival season is really big here. So it somehow fits that they have a statue dedicated to the men partying. A lot of the people here also join to like these carnival bands, and they go around playing the carnival music. The carnival season has passed for this year, so I won't get it for you guys this year in the vlog, but maybe next year if I can get some video that it's this whole city. It's the only week or so when I've ever seen the streets dirty, because there's so much confetti and everything going around and everybody's just letting loose. I mean, otherwise the streets are impeccable. I mean, even here in the old town, it's just, you don't ever see trash anywhere. And it's like, I mean, I thought Finland was clean, but now when I go to Finland, I'm like, oh, it's so dirty. All the streets have everything, cigarette butts and everything, but here you just don't see anything anywhere, at least in Zug. I think Zurich is a little bit more dirty. But on to our next thing. Okay, I'm trying to be a little bit careful where to film the next one because it's right by the road, which is really noisy, so you won't be able to hear anything I have to say. But the next one relates to that clock tower that you see behind me. Not very well. I'll get a closer shot in a second, where I can then mute and put some music on so you don't hear all the noise. But the clock tower has a rat painted on it. I've never noticed it before until we did a tour there with my mom, and the person who gave us the keys to get up into the clock tower told us the story. So apparently the people in the clock tower on watch back in, I think, the 17th century, so like, I could be wrong, in the 17th century had a really big problem with rats. They were plaguing the clock tower, and then someone told them that they should paint a picture of a rat on the tower, and then that would eliminate the problem. So they did that. They painted a big black rat on the area where the rats were coming into the building, and supposedly after they painted the rat, they have no longer had any rats in the clock tower. The clock tower is absolutely beautiful. It has like a blue and white tiled roof, which is the colors of the Zug canton. And let me just try to get a close-up for you guys, and I'll also try to get a picture of the rat. It's really hard to see, and I don't think zoom on my camera will lend itself for a really great view of the rat, but I will try my best to get a close-up for you guys. Okay, so here you can get a better view of the clock tower. The rat is on the other side of the building, so I will loop around there and get a video for you, but you can just get an idea of the beauty of this clock tower here. It's just stunning. I love it. So it's right about there. It's really hard to see, and the noise around me must be horrible at the moment because there's so much traffic, but there's a little rat painted on the clock tower there. Now you can see it better. He's right there. On a completely different subject, I have to admit that this vlog is really testing my limits. I think it's the most public place that I've ever done a vlog, and it's really strange having people look at me walking around with my camera and talking to it. So let's see how long I can keep this up. The next curious thing is just coming up, so let's walk over to it. It's a bird cage, or actually bird cages, here at the lakeside. Isn't the lakeside just absolutely beautiful? I love the trees. And yeah, so there's like a really large number of different cages, all with birds, and it's just something so special to have in the middle of the old town. Let me show you some of the inhabitants. So here we have some really bright colored birds. They go all around, or the cages go all around. There's multiple ones. There's owls in some of them. There's ducks, and plenty of birds that I have no idea what they are. And it's just something, I think, super nice to have. You come down here and you enjoy a little bit of nature. Let me show you just another shot of the lake behind me. It's just beautiful. And you can see, now it's a little bit cloudy, but you can see the mountains behind me, which is always a spectacular view. And I think you can hear some of the birds singing behind me. Let me show you these guys. Yeah, interesting. Alright, so that was for the bird cage. I think this is more just a curious thing rather than an odd thing, to have like a little mini bird zoo in the middle of Zug. And let's see what I show you guys next. Okay, so as we're approaching the next thing I wanted to show you guys, it looks like it's closed because of the corona restrictions, but I'll try to get a shot of it for you anyway. It's like this little tube that they've built on the lakeside that goes underneath the surface of the water, and then you're supposed to be able to see underneath the lake. I've never found it to be very effective. I mean, you go down there and you just don't see anything, and it's so funny because the lake, oftentimes it's so clear, you can see all the way to the bottom when you're standing here by the lakeside. So you would think that you would have really good visibility down there, but you don't. I've been there maybe like 2 or 3 times, and each time I haven't really seen anything, but I wanted to show it to you anyway. getting run over by bikes here. I wanted to show it to you anyway, just because I think it's just another curious thing. So there it is, a window to the lake below. Let me show it to you from the side so you get an idea. So you go in through the door and then it takes you underneath. But yes, it's closed for now. I think just because of the danger of spreading germs. But yeah, that was a recent addition. They added that during the time that we've lived here. So I think they built it in like 2014 or 15 if I remember correctly. And yeah, even when it's normally open, it's not open all the time. But yes, it's something interesting. And now I have two more things to show you around here in Zug, and then one final thing which I actually filmed for you already back when I did my hike to Zugerberg. So I will attach a clip of that at the end, which is probably my favorite curious thing in Zug. So let's continue. Okay, so the next curious thing, this one I would say is an odd thing, odd and curious, is another one that's really close to the road, getting run over by bicycles. It's really close to the road, so I hope you can hear me. I'm sure my mic is also picking up some of that traffic noise, but unfortunately with this one it's unavoidable. This one and the one that's coming up next are those ones that I've noticed them. They're weird, but I have no idea what they're there for. So my Zug friends, if one of you knows why these things are where they are, let me know, because I'm like so curious. It's I like to know things, I like to know the history, and then I like telling other people like strange little tidbits and facts that I've come to find. So let me show you the next thing. It's right over there. Okay, so I hope you can see it. I again need to use my zoom, which is not the greatest, but can you see that elephant on the balcony up there? I think it's just so funny and so random. Like, why does someone have an elephant on their balcony? I'm inclined to think that it's like some kind of like kids play area or something. Maybe it's like a kids play slide, I don't know, but it's just so strange. So if one of you knows what in the world an elephant is doing there, it's been up there for the entire time that we've been living here in Zug, and every time we drive by, it's just it makes me smile. I love that there is an elephant on someone's balcony. So any tips appreciated if you know what that's all about, and we will continue on to my next strange one that I have no idea why it is where it is. So let's go. Okay, final odd thing, and you can see it right behind me, is a nose on the wall of a building. And yeah, that again, no idea why it's there. I've asked many people if they know why there is a nose on the side of the building. For some reason I remember someone saying that it could be because of like some kind of like art expo or something that was in Zug, but I could have totally made that up. So if someone knows the reason for the nose, let me know. I'm very curious. Don't want to try to pick it. And it's huge. It's so funny. The first time we were driving by, there's a road, like the main road that goes through the middle of downtown goes through there. And every time we drive past, I notice that nose, and it's just so funny. It's huge. So that was all of the strange and curious fun facts from the downtown area. As promised, I have one final curious thing for you guys, which I filmed during my hike to Zuckerberg, which you will see now. Okay, I had to come on and tell a fun fact for you guys. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Gilmore Girls. I know I have about 1,000,000 times. And there, that building that you see right there, one of the characters in Gilmore Girls mentions that they spent some time in a boarding school in Switzerland on Zuckerberg, and that is the boarding school that they mention. It has the sign up front and everything, not for Gilmore Girls, but they have a sign up front that says it's a boarding school. So I just thought that was super funny. I never realized that they mentioned that until I was watching Gilmore Girls again while I was living here, and he said it, and I was like, oh my god, he's referring to a place I actually know. So I thought that was just super funny. Okay guys, that was it for the fun facts and the curious things that I have found here around Zug. Those of my followers who also live in Zug, how did I do? Did you know about all the things that I found that are curious? Did I miss something? Have you found something that's curious to you? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of Zug, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.